Hello, and welcome to another Franchise Hockey Manager 2 stream. My name is Adam. I am the Community Manager of Franchise Hockey. With me, as always, is FHM producer Jeff. Say hi, Jeff.
Hey, everybody.
And we are back with the 2017-2018 Winnipeg Jets. As you can see on the screen currently in front of you, the Winnipeg Jets are currently in second place in the Western Conference with a record of 29-14-3 for 61 total points. We last left off...
Yep, a little bit back from where we were last year, but coming along pretty well.
Yeah, I think I've advanced a little over a month ahead from where we were, just because, well, we're playing so well, and there's not a lot we need to do. We can see, taking a look at our roster, everybody's all nice and healthy, except for Mark Scheifele, who's still out till next year, of course, which is unfortunate for us, but he is. And we have what's coming up right away. The All-Star Game's coming up right away, so that's good to know. Jeff, do you see anything that we should be looking at? Oh, I know what I was going to look at. We're going to look at our number one draft pick from last year, which is Nolan Patrick, who's playing with...
I think we had a look. Went on the last time we were broadcasting. He had a pretty scary point total in the WHL.
Let's take a look here. He is, of course, leading the Brandon Wheat Kings in 45 games played. Has 84 points. So that's pretty darn good, I would say.
Yeah, pretty good for the WHL. He's actually passed his season total from last year. He's got 20 games left.
Yes. Stelios Mathos is right behind him at 71. And Ryan Lindgren also has 27 points in 45 games. Not bad as well. Pretty good ice times.
Yep, so there's not going to be much left of the team when we bring those guys up next year, but...
Well, Mathos might spend another year there.
Yeah, I would say Lindgren's, 19, so we should be bringing him up next year.
Well, he'll be in the A if nothing else.
But, yeah. And Patrick is already 3.5 stars, so he's a sure thing for next year.
Yeah. All right. So I'm just going to quickly send through this Predators game. Hopefully avoid any serious injuries. And we lost 5-4, which seems to be happening more and more.
Yeah. Funny thing I noticed in the standings, Dallas is ahead of us in the division. Their goal differential is only 2 above, though.
Oh, really?
We're plus 53, and they must be winning a ton of one-goal games and getting blown out a lot.
You know, I was going to look at our stats, too, because I'm just looking here. Kyle Connor has 28 assists now in this game. And Ehlers got 27. Victor Hedman scores a goal. Unfortunately, we lost, so let's just take a quick peek. All their stats look pretty good, except for Nick Patan had a bad game again, 51.3, but he only played 536.
Yep, he wasn't happy playing in the AHL last year, so we brought him up, and he's had all of 3 points, I think, in half a season now.
And still angry. And he wants... No, we signed him, I think.
Yeah, no, he's got a new contract. The only guy on an expiring contract, I think, on the main roster right now is Brandon Prust, who we just picked up as
Yep.
basically to sit on the bench.
In case somebody else got hurt. Let's just take a look here.
Yep.
So Ehlers is leading us with 46 points in 46 games. Not bad. Blake Wheeler's next at 37 points. Austin Matthews has... Oh, I'm sorry. I went by goals, not points. Let's try that again. Matthews got 40 points. Eberle's got 39.
Yep.
Kyle Connor, much better year. 47 games, 8 goals, 28 assists, 36 points. Not bad.
Yep, nicely distributed scoring. We're not only depending on the first line, so hopefully we don't get shut down again like we did in the playoffs last year in the first round.
Yeah. All right. With that in mind, I'm just going to advance here for a week and see what happens. We can see all their different stats going down the sides. So we can see goals. Alexander Ovechkin is leading the league with 30 goals.
Yep, we got the trading deadline coming up in a month and a half, so we're maybe more like about a month and a week. So may want to start thinking about making a move for the playoffs.
Well, we're not sitting too bad. If we were going to look at somebody, what do you think we should be looking for?
Well, I think I mean, unless you wanted to pick up a spare defenseman that we could reliably put into the number 6 spot in case somebody gets hurt, because right now we're sort of shuttling back and forth between Darnell Nurse and Brendan Dillon, and neither one of them is doing that great. But I don't think, defensively, I think we're pretty set for the top 4 guys, first 2 pairs.
Now, we just lost 3-1 to Calgary, but I was going to look at the Moose here on defense, and we have... Who's coming? Jan Kostelik should be ready at some point to move up, as will...
Yep, he's having a nice year. 24 points in the 29 AHL games so far. He might have been hurt or something, but...
Well, he played up with us a bit, too.
Yeah, and had a 3-point game.
Yeah, and then got sent back.
Andrew Peak also doing pretty well.
Semi Niku also could be coming up to join us, too, next year. Or later this year. 23 points in 34
so...
games.
We got decent prospects down there. Just maybe a little bit of a gap between what's if one of our top guys gets hit with an injury, we may have a little bit of a problem there. Other than that, the usual things. See if we can add another big scorer for. Just because I'm really paranoid now after we ran into that hot goalie last year and I couldn't do anything against him.
Well,
so extra scoring will never hurt.
In all fairness, our lines would look pretty darn good this year if we didn't lose Scheifele in that 10th game of the season.
Yeah, that's the other thing. We've got injury problems. He's still out for another half a year.
Yeah. So
he'll be looking at June at least.
Quick look across the league. Washington is in first place in the league with Buffalo right behind and Dallas.
Buffalo improved quite a bit.
Yes.
But we may want to take a look through the rosters of some of the old teams towards the lower end of the standings. I think the Leafs are dead last, and see if there's anybody out there, guy with an expiring contract that's going to be a UFA shortly if they want to dump them. Van Riemsdyk this is his last year. They haven't re-signed him yet.
I'm always
so he may be somebody to
not to get an not to get a Leaf, and we just beat up Edmonton 4-1 because that's what we should do. Josh Morrissey continues to put up points for us, which is always good to see. And Victor Hedman gets in on it too.
Yeah, he wasn't off to Morrissey. We had a really good year last year, and he didn't get off to a great start with us. And he's sort of picking it up a little bit now, which is good news.
Well, he also kind of fell into disfavor, not because of his own fault, but with Andrew Ladd is now.
With Hedman coming in?
Yes. Andrew Ladd lost his teeth. So
ouch.
He's day-to-day for 4 days.
You don't need teeth to play.
No, you could be in severe pain, but it's not going to affect your hockey that much. We could also look at maybe dumping Andrew Ladd too, which I know.
Yeah, I know if we'd want to move the captain in the middle of the season now.
Well, the hardest problem.
The guy I'm thinking might be a candidate to move is maybe Quentin Howden.
Yeah, he was a good waiver pickup.
Yeah, he had a good year for Florida last year, but they waived him, and hasn't really done that much for us. He's down to 3 stars.
Is he really?
3 goals in 37 games. Yeah, or I guess we're up to 30 39 now. Yeah.
Well, he's 3 stars, still 3
sure
quarter potential.
Yeah, something's just gone seriously wrong with his development. So I don't know if we want to take a chance on him getting it together in time for the playoffs, or maybe find a veteran that
The other thing is,
Where are we using him right now? I think we had him.
should we
We
maybe
got him on. We've got him on the third line right now.
should we maybe consider moving Julian Gauthier up to the third line? See if that helps him produce a little better.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Gauthier's he's been coming along fairly nicely. He's been developing. He's getting a few points. Maybe come playoff time we should think about it, but I wouldn't rush him into it in the regular season.
He is a big boy, 6'5", 249. And we're on the All-Star break, so let's see if we got any All-Stars on our team. I'm somehow doubting it, other than maybe Hedman. Hedman might get in. Take a look here. Victor Hedman is an All-Star. Along with Tuukka Rask, Jack
Not surprisingly.
Campbell, Chris Letang, Drew Doughty, John Klingberg, Aaron Ekblad, Duncan Keith, Tyler Seguin, Philip Forsberg, Nicholas Backstrom, Teuvo Teravainen, Jack Eichel, Ryan O'Reilly, Jeff Skinner, Max Pacioretty, Claude Giroux, Henrik Zetterberg, Pavel Zacha, who's turned it on.
Zetterberg's still hanging on.
Yeah, and Gustav Nyquist. And Austin Matthews also makes it. For the
That's good. It's only a second year, so...
Yeah, with Braden Holtby, Peter Mrazek, Ryan McDonough, Tyson Berry, Alex Pietrangelo, Anthony DeAngelo. Ooh, 5 stars. Cam Fowler, Ehrlich Carlson, John Tavares, Steven Stamkos, Connor McDavid, Sam Reinhart, Alex Ovechkin, Tyler Pearson, Nick Bustad, Taylor Hall, Sean Monahan, and Johnny Gaudreau both make the team. Both having pretty good years. Anthony Duclair and Austin Matthews. Well, that's a pretty good, hard to argue with that lineup, I would say.
Yep, nice. So we got a couple of our guys in, particularly Matthews.
Yeah. And hopefully we continue to put some pressure on and keep going. Our job isn't in danger, but we're sure not at the top.
Well, we're in comfortably in the upper half of the job security thing. It's in green, so we should be fairly safe this year unless we completely tank the last third or so of the season.
Yeah, I'm just taking
that seems unlikely.
Quick peek at all our stats here. Nice things going up. And not really seeing anything too. Holy cow. Patrick now, he was at 45 games and had 84 points. Through 50 games, he's got 93. Continues to pile it on.
Yep, should be at 100 soon.
Steels Mathos is up to 80. He is getting lots of points too. Nothing too surprising there. Skip ahead a day so we can get our owners' reaction. And Mark Chipman is still satisfied, even though we've dropped a little bit, which is good. And we'll quickly play this game with Dallas. And we won 7-2 over Dallas. Eberle with 3 points, Matthews with 3 points, Lowry with 2 points. Quentin Howden gets an assist. He heard us talking about him and decided he better get some points. Alright. And Darnell Nurse, of course, is injured. Staph infection in his foot. Well then. He's going to the injured list. So here's a question, Jeff. Do we just dress Brendan Dillon, or do we call someone up? Jeff? Alright, I think Jeff apparently has dropped out for a second, and that's okay. With him being lost, I feel like the Moose are doing okay, and maybe we shouldn't. That's the wrong one. I meant to hit standings. The Moose are currently first in the Central Division. 43 games, 28 wins, 14 losses. So let's maybe leave them alone, and we'll just dress Brendan Dillon, who's been out for a while. And we'll see how that works for us. As we post full. Jack Eichel refused to sign with Buffalo. Interesting. Interesting. Anton Stroman is now on waivers. Our team can always use a little bit of work, but I feel pretty good about where we are for the most part.
And I'm back. Sorry about that. The internet went down for a second there.
That's okay. We did you see we lost Darnell Nurse, or were you gone?
I missed that part. No, how bad is it?
His staph infection. He's gone for 2 weeks.
Could be worse. He'll live through it at least.
Yeah.
So
We just moved Brendan Dillon in to the game,
Yep.
and
Yep.
I've kept plugging away. And Blake Wheeler is injured again,
Yeah.
of course.
You may want to give cost to him. I mean, he had 3 points the first time we called him up, so if he can do that again, that'd be nice.
All right, let's call him up then. Jan Kostelik. We lost this game, so scratch him. Of course he's hurt. How badly is he hurt? Neck laceration for 3 weeks.
Ouch. That's a pretty laceration.
He'll be fine. He can play the next game.
Rub a little dirt on it.
Yes, he'll be fine. All right. He's just happy to be called up, so. And Jack Eichel is also refusing to sign with Buffalo right now, so that bears worth watching.
Is he restricted free agent this year? Or,
Yeah, he's
USA?
only 20.
He's only 21. He must be. Yeah, he's still restricted. Yeah.
I was gonna look. Speaking of which, look at our possible free agents here again, and see if Brendan Lemieux.
It's pretty much all minor league guys except for Prost, who's
Yeah, Brendan Lemieux doesn't want to play with Manitoba anymore, though. And neither did Chase DeLeo. So maybe we should actually look at moving those guys as we edge near the trade deadline.
Yeah, Lemieux in particular, he's got 3.5 stars, so he can probably help somebody and may give us a decent return.
Well, so is Chase DeLeo as well. Both 3.5 star guys. And John Tavares signs for $9 million a season. That's not too bad. And we just lost to Arizona.
Well, wow. Okay, we're
That's not very good.
getting a little bit inconsistent at this point.
Now, hockey's news is starting to pick up once again, as some of the European leagues are starting to get at it. Did you see what happened to that poor linesman over in...
Linesman in the Swedish league? Ouch, yeah. Ripped the finger right off. Man.
Yeah, I think it was one of the coaches said that was the most painful thing I've ever seen. And I'd be like, yeah, kind of hard to disagree with that statement.
Yeah, I can believe it. What did he do? Got his finger caught in the dasher?
Something like that, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, must be like a weird spot on the boards where the glass is connected, or I'm just having trouble envisioning where it could get, where you catch your finger unless you had like a ring on or something and that got caught.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. Just Edmonton tried to get Tucker Poolman, but I'm going to deny that trade right now. It's not really a move we need to make. He might be something to package into a deal as well. And we'll quickly play this game against Columbus, who apparently has Jonas Hiller as our goalie. And we just lost 3-1 again. Huh.
Okay, getting mildly concerned now.
That's fine.
That was a 4-game homestand, and we didn't come out of much with it.
We're just going to throw Hellebuck in net for the next game. Shake things up. Those of you watching us on... Oh, Matthew Pros with Ottawa now. Didn't know that. Those of you watching us on Twitch right now, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask them on the chat. And we'll just take...
Yeah, Pro's not really having a great year with Ottawa, but managed to stay in the league after we let him go at least.
Well, he should. He was still 3.5 stars, so...
Yep.
And quickly simming through here a bit. Let's see how we do against Florida in this next game. And we lost 3-2 this time. Quentin Howden gets another assist. Alright, should we start looking for a power winger?
Yeah, let's maybe have a look through a few, the bottom end teams. We just played Columbus. The Leafs had Van Riemsdyk, who hadn't signed yet, is the last time I looked.
Blake Wheeler just got hurt day to day, but for 4 weeks.
It's going to be a bit of a pain.
He's only 94%, but...
Yeah, he'll be able to play, but he's going to be not quite as good as usual for a while.
Yeah, I'm just going to advance to the next.
But I'm not really seeing anybody, really no big power forward guy on Columbus that I can think of. The bottom end of the Pacific Division isn't... it's pretty much out of it too at this point. Arizona, Edmonton, and the Sharks are down there too.
Eric Stahl just went to Arizona in our game. Let's just see. Let's look at standings first here. All right. How about... Let's look at Ottawa here. What does Ottawa have? Ottawa.
I think the first thing to check is all the one-year contract guys. They got Nail Yakupov at some point.
Not bad.
I'm not really seeing much there that would fit in with us.
What about Mark Stone?
Oh yeah, he's only got 1 year left. Hey, now that might not be a bad idea there. He's having a
Okay.
pretty solid season.
Let's see.
And actually, no, he's pretty much on par with last year, so he's not getting any better. But oh yeah, he's a Winnipeg boy too, isn't he? Another
He
Wheat King.
is. If I send, what's his name? Whose name's now escaping me? Gotta find him on the list.
Our guy or their guy?
Our guy. One of those guys who,
Howden?
well, he's up there. I put Howden and Carter Hart as two guys to look at trading. But I also want to send the winger, whose name is escaping me at the moment. Let's go back to
Lemieux?
positions. Not Nick Patan. Oh, come on. Brendan Lemieux. There we go. Still no. Tucker Pullman.
Yeah, that's going to be.
I offered them 4 players, and it's still saying it's hardly likely they'll accept this offer.
Yeah, you can't really. It won't do a lot once you start adding like guys at Pullman's level to the end of the deal. They won't really care.
Yeah.
So he's not going to add anything to their team.
Let's give it. I know. Let's see if we can throw in a draft pick. We have a Washington 4th round. Maybe I'm wrong.
That's probably not going to do it. I think we're going to have to probably do something like our 2nd or 3rd.
I don't know. That's a lot to give up. Let's offer them a 4th rounder with the 3 players, and we'll see what they give back for a response. At worst, they say no.
I'm guessing they probably will.
And we just lost 3-2 to Tampa Bay again.
Another 1-goal loss.
Take a quick look at game ratings. Victor Hedman's at 100.
Oh, actually, I was playing with the trade offers and my save I've got, and I found one that might work.
Okay, I'm listening.
It's going to be 3 guys and the 4th rounder for Stone. It was Howden, Brendan Lemieux, and Andrew Peak.
Okay.
So kind of giving up the future there a little bit, and especially if Stone, we can't re-sign him at the end of the year.
Okay, we just got a trade offer here too, so let's take a little look. They want to send us Barrett Jackman for Darnell Nurse. That's not a great trade, but not a terrible trade.
He's 36 at this point, so I mean, good character guy and good solid defenseman, but I think Nurse. Well, we've got Nurse on the trading block, though, don't we?
Yeah. Let's just say no to that for now. We'll just move on here. Teams are so up and down on what they want. Boddicker signs for a lot of money. And we're playing versus the Blues here quickly. The Blues apparently have Jonathan Bernier in net. And so we win 6-3.
Okay, thank you, Bernier. That finally gets us back on track.
Austin Matthews, a goal and 3 assists. Nikolai Ehlers, 2 goals, 2 assists. Victor Hedman, 1 goal, 2 assists. And just good scoring all around. Come on, give us back our reaction. Otherwise, we'll talk about peak. Otherwise, we're going to start trading people. Okay, they said no way to...
Yep, kind of what I figured.
That's not a fair deal. You have to offer us more. Okay, what did they want? They wanted, or what did you say worked for you? Howden?
The one that worked for me was the Howden, uh, Lemieux, Peak, and the fourth rounder for Stone.
Is Peak a defenseman? I don't.
Yep, right defenseman.
Okay. Well, bounced offer now. Just because we can as well. Taking a quick look. Chicago needs a center. So what if I offered them Chase DeLeo?
Should be able to get something out of him for that.
I'm just looking to see if they have anything worthwhile. Patrick Kane.
Yeah, I don't think we're getting him. I don't think we'd want him either. He's still got 6 years left on that $10.5 million deal. Yeah. Same with Taves.
Let's see. I love so much that Roberto Luongo is one of their goalies. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, what do they have for rights? Got a big defenseman.
You got that Tolpico Russian playing in the Q Montreal, 5-star potential.
I'm looking at this. What is he? Switzerland guy.
Oh, the guy with he's in the Q2 with Chicoutimi.
Yeah, let's take a look. And if I offer them,
watch the scouting on him though. We haven't scouted him at all.
Oh, I know his stats look decent
though. Decent. I mean, it's actually off a little bit from last year, I think. It's kind of an alarming lack of improvement, although the team could have changed.
Let's take a
ratings wise, what do we got here? Good face-off, man. Not very physical.
Okay. What if I do this? I'll offer them Chase DeLeo for the rights to Dylan Thiessen. Dylan Thiessen's a left wing.
Yeah, I'm just looking him up.
And see if that's 7th round pick next year.
Yeah, decent potential. Another Winnipeg. You're going for all the local guys.
Is he really? I have no idea. That was just pure.
Yeah, he's from Winnipeg.
I'm going to ask for a 6th round pick too. I'll just throw that in. What's the worst that happens? Darnell Nurse is ready to return. Well, I guess this means Kostelik's going back down.
Yeah, won't get to play, I guess.
Well, he did play a bit. He just hasn't put up a point again. So let's get Darnell Nurse back. Where he was supposed to be, and we look pretty good otherwise. Finding a nice balance here. I thought we'd be further along, but all these losses are starting to pile up and hurting. Brian Elliott is now the goalie for Toronto, so good thing we... Holy cow. We won 4-3, but
What happened?
outshot them 60-37.
Wow. Well, good game for Elliott.
Yeah. Wait, what? Now it says in the stat screen, it says 54. Interesting. And we can see we pop. Oh, shootout. That would be why. That makes more sense. We put on 54 shots and almost lost.
Sounds exactly like here.
Yeah, and Dustin Bufflin beat Dion Phaneuf in the shootout. Oh, that's amazing. Who's going up next? I don't know. Bufflin. We'll put Bufflin down. All right.
I'd like to see that.
All right. Who's left for Toronto? I don't know. Put Phaneuf out there. Really?
Well, if they're going to put Buffalo out against him, sure, why not?
Oh, man. That's amazing. Uh-oh. Michael Hutchison's hurt for 3 weeks.
Okay, so one of the AHL goalies will finally get a shot. Which one?
2 injured list.
Eric Comrie is not at all happy with us.
And how's he been playing this year? 14 and
They
11?
both look pretty even. Yeah.
What? No, Jamie Phillips is way outplaying him. Jamie Phillips is 19 and 4. Comrie is 14 and 11.
Oh, it looks like Phillips just went on a hot streak because I'm looking at the stats from the start of when you started playing. From only 12 and 3 at that point. Phillips is.
Well, Phillips is.
So yeah, Phillips is the hot guy right now. So I'd say yeah, he's the one who's got to come up.
He's still back.
Which is really not going to make Comrie happy.
Doesn't matter. Hellebuck's number 1 now, and Jamie Phillips is coming in as number 2.
And both 3 stars, so it's not going to be a big drop off if we give Phillips a start.
Yeah. Ooh, apparently Hutchison got hurt early in that game. Okay.
What's he hurt with anyhow?
Back spasms. Ottawa said no to our deal, but it's close to being all right. From Mark Stone. Well, let's readdress that and see if we can sweeten the pot.
Only thing I can think of doing is moving it up to a 3rd rounder from the 4th rounder.
Well, let's just take a look here. I'm going to just add Carter Hart and see what happens. It might say yes. It might say no.
Probably won't make much of a difference.
It says, I think this is a well-balanced offer.
Worth trying, I guess.
Well, at worst, we get to the trade deadline and we can force or see responses back quick. Chicago is very upset at us.
They didn't like the offer?
Apparently not. I cannot agree, but this is close to being alright. Discuss trade again. What if I offer them one of my 4th round picks next year and I get their 6th round pick next year? Or 5th round. No, 6th round pick. Looks like they should accept that. Offer trade. And Anaheim wants to talk to us about Darnell Nurse. They're offering a 3-star 21-year-old defenseman who's currently in the ECHL. That seems like a very bad trade.
Yeah, pretty much.
Reject. And now we get to play against your Vancouver Canucks. Should we play this game out?
How are they doing this year? They were just hovering around 500 in
They are
part of the save. So
24 and 5.
hey, above 500. Sure, let's play this one.
All right. Action Condensed will play normal, very fast speed, and see what happens.
I don't think we've had a look at the Canucks roster in a little while. I'm just having a look to see what they've. Oh boy, this is interesting.
I'll take a quick look here. Zach Bogosian is on the Canucks.
Yeah, not doing well. He's doing okay. He had a rough start of the year with Buffalo. It looks like they. How did he wind up over there? That was a trade earlier this season. Oh, great. They traded Brock Boeser, who's probably their best prospect right now in real life, for him.
Well, the Vancouver Canucks are out shooting the Jets. 7-6 with 5 minutes left. And Horvat just got deflected, and Stewart scores. At the end of the first period, it's 1-0. Shots are 10-10. And Vertanen just scored. Assisted by Horvat. 2-0. Why are we playing this game again? Not liking it.
Yeah, I think maybe give Phillips a start next time.
Hellbuck makes a stick save right to this. Keep waiting to see if the Jets can turn this around. And not working for us. Stewart goes back to the penalty box. And we can't capitalize. And it's 3-0 now. And Eberle just scored as I simmed to the end of the period because I was angry. Beating Ryan.
You're gonna do that more, maybe he'll score again.
Nick Ehlers and Austin Matthews also go. Alright, I'm going to quick sim into the end of this period because I'm so hurt. And we scored. Jordan Eberle scores again. And then Gauthier scored, tied at 3-3. And then Eberle scores again. Oh,
hey,
Johansson scored. Morrissey scores. 5-4 Winnipeg win. Oh, man. Final shots.
Wait, Johansson scored. Who the Canucks have Ryan Johansson?
M. Johansson.
Oh, okay, so
Marcus Johansson.
some lesser Johansson.
Marcus. Oh, that's good.
Oh, the other way of spelling Johansson? Okay.
And Morrissey scored. Oh, right, Morrissey. Darnell Nurse came in and started doing things. Jordan Eberle comes up big with a hat trick to force the Jets ahead. Sometimes it's just all gotta work.
Has Brandon Prust played any games for us yet?
He has not. He is our rah-rah cheerleader. He is exactly where he's supposed to be.
He's just happy to make his $1.46 million.
Just sitting on the bench. What does he need to play for? He's there just in case.
Yeah, we've actually been done pretty well with injuries in this Scheifele thing.
You have to say that, don't knock on wood.
Yeah, watch. No. Yeah, I should have shut up.
Nail Yakupov just signed for $6 million a year for 3 years.
Yeah, that's kind of. I was looking at his stats after he got traded or however he wound up in Ottawa. He had another terrible year, and then suddenly he turned it around, and he's got not headed for quite a point a game, but he's got a really good season going.
All right, they need a left winger. Nope. I'm just looking to. Ottawa once again rejected our trade. So I'm just seeing if there's anybody who we could add in terms of rights. All right. We're going to offer CJ Franklin rights along with the rest of that trade and see if they say yes. They might. CJ Franklin's a 3.5-star guy.
Might be enough. I'm suspecting maybe not.
Well, as the trade line approaches, we can start seeing their instant responses. Chicago has...
if we don't get anything back from Ottawa on that, we may want to take a run at Van Riemsdyk. I'm just playing with it, and I was able to get... they will probably accept the offer just for Howden and Peak.
Well, we have officially traded Chase DeLeo. If we pull the trigger, should I do this?
That's the one for the Hawks for
it's
what
Chase
was it?
DeLeo and a 4th rounder for the 6th rounder.
The guy in the WHL?
And Dylan
The
Thiessen. Yes.
Thiessen, yeah, okay.
Gives us a little bit more flexibility. The only bad part is it will hurt the Moose this year. So do I pull the trigger?
Yeah, we're not trying to win a Calder Cup for the Moose.
I know. All right. Complete trade. Now, we don't have his rights. And we can't offer him a contract now because it's not that time of year. He is, though, then, a free agent at the end of the year, so we better get him signed. We'll have 7 days to do it.
Yeah, remember, don't forget that around draft time. We got to grab him.
Yeah. And we're going to quickly play this game against Detroit. And we won 2-1.
There we go.
Blake Wheeler.
It's turning around now.
Yes, but we have back-to-back games, which means Jamie Phillips is going to get in his first game.
And unfortunately, it's the Bruins next, so they're not doing too well this year.
That's every year. Let's see here. Ottawa still says no, so I'm giving up on Mark Stone.
Take a shot at Van Riemsdyk. I think that may be able to work for us.
Okay. Man, everybody is just lowballing for Darnell Nurse. Aaron Hayden.
Yeah.
Currently in the East.
Well, they know you want to trade him. They're going to give...
Reject. Alright, I'm going to quickly play this game against the Bruins. Sim to the end of the game because I'm just curious how it goes. We wickedly outshot them in the first period, 19-4. at the end of the second. They cut up in shots. It's now 28-22, but no one still scored. So I'd say that's a pretty strong start for Jamie Phillips. Oh, just let in a goal. But then we just scored.
As soon as you said that.
And they scored. And they scored again. And they scored again. Wait, Milan Lucic is back in Boston. All right. And so it is. 4-1 loss. We will quickly make sure we flip Hellebuck back. I'm just going to wait to make trade offers until the last day now.
Okay. Well, hopefully nobody that we want gets moved before then.
Trade proposal from Detroit. Gleason Fournier for Darnell Nurse. No. He's a 3.0 guy. Not bad, but... Should we try and take somebody from Vancouver?
Yeah, they've got a shot at the playoffs, so I don't know how willing they are going to be. They're going to be to move someone. And I'm not seeing a lot of. Well, they got Yannick Hansen on the trading block.
Okay, I could get Aiden Muir for Tucker Poolman. Aiden Muir is 2.5 E ability to 3.5 E ability.
Yeah. He's never going to go anywhere.
This year he has 48 points in 40 games in the ECHL. No, he doesn't. He has 21. I'm seeing penalty minutes. Never mind. He is getting rejected as well. And we'll quickly...
One interesting guy in the Canucks, they picked up JT Miller at some point, apparently, and he's having a really nice year for them. And he's UFA at the end of the season.
Well, we just beat Colorado 3-1. We have no games until after the trade deadline, so...
Okay, so I guess sim right up to it and see if we can make a trade. And
whoa. Okay, this is pretty funny. Malcolm Subban just got traded to Pittsburgh, along with a 4th-round pick and Zach Trotman for, drumroll, Phil Kessel.
Yeah, though I noticed the Penguins are really terrible this year, so.
Oh, that is amazing.
I guess to blame for it.
Well, Kessel's got 22 points in 55 games.
Oh yeah, he's having a terrible year.
Should we try for Sidney Crosby? Ooh, we could.
There's no chance at all of that happening, I think.
Oh, you want to bet? I bet you we could do it. It's going to take a lot.
Be injured. I've got him. He was injured at the start of this game, which explains why the Penguins are doing so poorly.
I'll take a look here.
But no, 5-star guy is going to be very difficult to pry loose.
Okay, we want Pittsburgh. And we have so many girlies. Sidney Crosby. They have a weakness on right defense. Well, let's see. We could send them Mr. Peak. It's hardly likely they will accept this offer. What if I also...
Hardly or highly?
Hardly. What if I...
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Where's my...
The one thing that might get them to move him would be giving up Nolan Patrick, but that would be kind of stupid.
Oh, no.
Basically giving up our future franchise guy for somebody that's 11 years older than him. And you'd have to put in another really good prospect on top of that, too.
I offered them Andrew Peaks, Delios Mathos, Andrew Ladd, and a first-round pick. Two first-round picks. See if they part with Sidney Crosby. He says, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think they'll take that offer. Let's just throw it out there. What's the worst that happens? This offer is too weak. Well,
yeah, not surprising.
All right, we tried. Quickly play this game against Dallas.
And then that's the last game before the trade deadline, I guess.
And we won 4-3.
How much longer on Hutchinson's injury?
Just a week maybe, I think. Let me just quick check.
Okay.
11 days.
Good, we're almost through that then?
Yep, 11
Okay,
days.
so...
Kyle Connor got injured. Light injury, though. Bruised forearm. Not bad.
Nothing serious.
All right. I'm trying to think of another good. Lucas Walmark. All right. So the trade deadline is tomorrow. So let's advance till tomorrow. And we'll see if we can force anything good to happen. Ah, yes, we're flipping months. Okay. Trying to think of somebody else who we could target.
If we're looking for wingers, James Neal in Nashville, he's only 3.5 stars, so his contract is up this year. There's Miller in Vancouver, Van Riemsdyk. I don't think there's anybody on the Oilers that would be makes sense for us, unless you want to bring in Ginla as a veteran. Yeah, it's for the league playoff experience.
Yeah, no. Let's try and trade some guys though. We need to get rid of. Arizona needs a right-handed defenseman. What if I send them Tucker Poolman? We can't add this much money to our payroll. Are you serious? Buffalo wants Tucker Poolman. And they're willing to give up a 4th-round pick next year. What about a 3rd-round pick? Offer.
Getting greedy now.
No, 4th round they will say yes to. Alright, Tucker Poolman is gone. For a 4th round pick. Who else do we need to trade? We don't have to trade anyone, I guess.
Not really, just pick up some depth for the playoffs, maybe a little bit of scoring.
Alright.
Or just go with what we got.
What if we try for Steven Stamkos? They'll trade him, right?
Likely.
How about Patrick Hornquist? He's not having a very good year.
Andy's on the trading, get a decent deal for him. That might be an idea.
He's only got 14 points.
Yep, still 3.5 stars zone.
He's 4 here.
Fairly solid.
He's 4.
Oh, he's 4 in yours. I'm seeing 3.5 in mine, so he's probably a high 3.5 then. So that's, yeah. I bet you we can get maybe get a bargain for him.
Let's see what they want.
Although, where's Tampa in the standings right now? They're not doing too badly. They're playoff contenders, so I don't know if they're going to want to move them.
I offered them straight up for Carter Hart, and they're like, yeah, not quite. So if we give them Carter Hart, and what was the name of that guy whose rights we got who expire at the end of the year?
Thiessen, the one we just got in the trade?
Yeah. I think it's likely they will take that offer. We can make that deal. So we flip Thiessen's rights and get rid of Carter Hart. A signed prospect.
So we're basically trading DeLeo and Hart for Hornquist?
Yes.
Yep.
And a draft pick. I could probably sneak out.
That makes sense. I mean, that's...
Let me see if I can grab another draft pick here. What do I want? What about like
not really a big blockbuster deal at trade deadline day. It's maybe it's just a little bit more depth going into the playoffs. Doesn't lose anything.
They gave us a 6th-round pick, too, on top of that. So I like
Probably
that.
won't be anything, but you never know.
Well, it could be part of a bigger package to move up somewhere. So we have added successfully Patrick Hornquist. I'm not really sure where he fits. Oh, I guess Quentin Howden. Should we try and drop him? He's signed for 3 more years.
I'm wondering if we should... Howden can play left wing if memory serves. Let me just...
He has 19.
Oh no, he's rated lower than Patan is right now, though, isn't he? Patan. So I was going to say send down.
I could send down Patan anyways.
Because Patan is having a fairly terrible year, but
Let's send Patan down. Oh, I have to put Patan on waivers.
oh, he's. You know what? Trade deadline, you might be able to sneak him through because there'll be a lot of guys on waivers right now.
All right, we'll send him down. Should I call?
Hopefully.
Should I call up Brandon Lemieux? Nah, he's not playing yet. As I'll leave him down.
Yeah, we can bring him up whenever. Keep going in Manitoba for a while.
Hornquist
I
is
think they're
also
having a decent year.
a 17 on left wing, so it's not really a big drop for him to switch wing.
Yeah. Okay. So we can either put Howden over there or you move Hornquist over. Either way works.
Do I want Hornquist on my power play? Not really. Who's unhappy? No one's unhappy right now. What if... Well, we'll leave Hornquist there. He'll be fine. Let's go with that. I think we did okay. Although if we lose Nick Patan here, I'm not going to be shocked. But he's not playing worth his weight anyways.
Yeah, and he's whining whenever we send him down, so no, not a huge loss.
I did not even realize we're past our hour.
Oh, we are, yeah. 5 after.
All right, well, I'll just take a look here and see if we lost him. And look at all the other trades. TJ Gagliardi is still in the league. Did not know that. Nothing major.
Any interesting trades?
Nothing too much. Patrick Eves got traded for Chris Brown.
Yeah, quiet deadline.
Yeah, there's just a lot of depth moves. Okay, here's one. Tyler Ennis and Matt Molson got traded to Nashville for Cody Hodgson.
And Hodgson wears out his welcome in another town.
And he goes back to Buffalo. Wow, okay. John Klingberg just got traded to Ottawa for Andrew Hammond. That's a big trade.
Yeah, Klingberg's been having a pretty good year.
Oh, our old goalie Andrei Pavlik just got moved to Nashville. And that looks like about it. Board confidence. A little bit disappointed, but everybody's still good. We'll just take a quick look at our... We're still nice in the green.
Where are we in the standings round now?
In full standings, we are currently in 6th. 14 points behind Washington.
Dropped a couple of places from the start of the game, but...
Yes, well, we're only 1 point behind 5th. So...
Yeah.
All right, let's quickly play through this Blues game, or play the third period of it. So we'll play. And we scored. Adam Lowry. Lowry scores again. Ehlers scores. And we're up 3-0.
Okay, not bad.
14-2 were the shots in the first period.
Wow.
And they just scored. They quickly evened out the shots.
And the Blues are actually pretty good this year.
And they just scored again. Tarasenko, 2-0. Or 3-2 for Winnipeg. And we will play the last period on quick time. And Jeff, have you been keeping up with our Las Vegas updates? Seeing the Las Vegas updates?
I haven't seen the last couple of them, but you seem to be doing pretty. You were doing pretty good with them there.
Yeah, there's a fairly big update you can see on our Facebook page, and there'll be another update later this week as the playoffs have come around and we managed to sneak into first place again. And our game just got tied up here. It's 3-3. So Las Vegas might actually have a chance at the Stanley Cup 4 years down the road.
Could happen. It only took the Panthers, 2 years?
Something very close to that. Hornquist is trying his best to get something going.
I saw the actual Las Vegas expansion team signed the Devils' old head scout.
Yeah, and they added
yesterday.
Kelly McCrimmon.
Good move for them.
Nick Ehlers just scored to make 4-3.
There we go.
They seem to
ended on a winning note. Come on.
They seem to be building towards something good in Las Vegas, but they're going to need a lot of scouting. Yep. I mean, ideally, you wish kind of that team would have 2 years to draft before they actually start.
Yeah, do it like they do sometimes in with the baseball expansions, where they let them have a minor league system a year or two before they actually start playing.
Yeah. But it is what it is, I guess.
Yep.
And as we're finishing up here, I guess we can start the wrap up. Thank you for tuning into another Franchise Hockey Manager 2 stream. We stream weekly on Wednesday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/OOTP Developments. This stream is also archived on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/OOTP Developments. It goes up usually close to the end of the week. You can find us on Facebook, which is facebook.com/franchise hockey manager. You can find us on Twitter, which is @franchisehockey. If you want to come talk about Franchise Hockey Manager 2, the upcoming Franchise Hockey Manager 3, or about hockey or baseball, please come to our official website, which is www.ootpdevelopments.com, and you can come to the forums. As we quickly hope that the Jets hold on to win this game. Jeff, did I miss anything as I went through those?
Don't think so, no.
And we'll
Be back next week again, hopefully, with the early the 81-82 Jets. Not quite as good as this team, but they're coming along nicely.
Now, how far did we get last time? My memory always.
We weren't into the playoffs yet. Wait a minute. I think we're still in the middle of 81-82.
Yeah, but we're on the outside looking in right now, so.
Yeah, definitely. We kind of slipped back a little bit from where we were the season before, and where our job is in a little bit of jeopardy at the moment. So I'm not sure if we're going to get out of that.
Yes, but there is some good prospects coming in the next draft.
Yep, Doug Gilmore among others.
Yes. So we should be able to get anything. Uh-oh. I don't like that. Patrick Hornquist is suddenly playing on our first line. That seems to me
Hopefully
like
that doesn't mean an injury.
quickly
Yeah.
at the box score here. And quickly scroll down here to look at times. Well, no one's times are bad, so.
Well, may have been somebody who was just tired or was coming off a power play or something and got shuffled around that.
Could be. Oh, Wheeler is out for 3 weeks now. Oh, he's
Out or
no, he's still hurt for grind strain for 3 weeks. And a bruised back now too, apparently. And a dislocated finger. Man, this guy's getting beat up. He had the strained groin on February 12th, February 27th, dislocated finger, March 2nd, bruised back. You are a warrior.
You should sit him out just so he doesn't get hurt anymore.
Might have to. Something we will discuss next time, for sure.
Yep.
Jeff, thank you very much for coming out, as always.
Yep, and thanks to everybody for listening, and I guess we will be back next week.
Yes, see you then.